What I want to know is, if we went to war, would you fight? Would you put your hand up, join our armed forces and go to war? We're going to look at the statistics of our armed forces in a minute. Are we decreasing, or have we increased the numbers over the last year? Do we have a sizable army to go to war? And if we were called upon, would you go and fight? Let's have a look at this. Look at the numbers. The Royal Navy and the Royal Marines currently sits at 28,085. That's a decrease of 2.9% since January last year. The Army, we're down to 71,151, a decrease of 2.8%. And our Royal Air Force, 27,800, a decrease of 2.6%. Look at the overall numbers. The strength of UK Forces service personnel as of January 2025, a decrease of 2,350, 1% from the same time last year. Full-time trained strength. Okay, these are the guys that have gone through training, ready to deploy. 127,040, a decrease of 3,620 as of January last year, a decrease of 3%. People who joined seems to be up, an increase of 2,170. Are people looking to join the armed forces again? Are they being patriotic? Do they want to go to war? Has the recruitment over the last 12 months or more actually starting to work? Maybe. But people who left the UK regular armed forces, a decrease of 1,310, 8% compared to the previous 12 months. So we are seeing an increase in people joining, but we're still not managing to maintain and retain the people of the armed forces. The experienced guys, the ones we've spent the money on, it's all good having people join, but if you can't get them to stay in, then the numbers are still going to drop. British Army is down to 71,000, okay? Think of a pyramid. The top of that is your fighting troops, your infantry. Very small, comes down, okay? So the amount of actually fighting troops we have is a lot less than that. With everything that's going on in the country, people rebelling with the flags, Keir Starmer, people want him out. People don't actually want to fight for this country because of the political issues that are going on. They're saying, why would I fight for someone that won't fight for us? But if the day actually come where we went to war, where the country was attacked, what I want to know is, would you actually join? Your homes were being threatened, your family, your friends, your livelihood was being attacked. Would you go and join the armed forces? It's quite hard now because 20 years ago, Iraq, Afghanistan, it was all over the news. That patriotism does come back. You see it and you're like, I want to go and do that. I want to protect the nation. I want to protect this world. But when we're not at war, everything's easy. Everyone's in their comfort zones. Everyone's like, why would I go to war? Why would I go and put myself through the British military training when my life is easy right now? It's comfortable. I've got a home. I've got food. I've got money. I've got water. I've got my family around me. So you see these videos going around where people go out into town and they ask, would you go to war, okay, if called upon? A lot of people, you do look at them and you go, yeah, you're not the type of person to fight. But you have other people, you look at them and go, actually, no, you could do pretty well in the armed forces, but like, no, I've got a bad knee. No, I wouldn't fight for this country. But if the time actually come where your home was being attacked, your family, friends were being attacked, would you fight? A lot of people now, a lot of high defence people within our, the political world are saying we are in a pre-war state. At some point in the near future, possibly in the next few years, by 2030, we could be at war. Would you actually go and join then? Troops are being sent abroad. We've got troops dying. They're coming back in coffins covered with the Union flag. Would you actually go then? I think a lot more people would actually volunteer to go. I think right now, when life is comfortable, we have everything around us that, you don't need to fight for anything, do you? Yes, we're fighting to raise our flags. We've got mass immigration issues, cost of living issues. Yes, it's a struggle, but things are still comfortable. You can pop to the shop and get food. You flick on the news, the army's not actually being sent anywhere. They're going on overseas exercises, maybe, training other nations, but right now it's comfortable. I think these numbers would massively increase if we actually went to war. If someone come knocking on our doorstep, threatened us, attacked us, a lot more people would actually join. And it really takes a certain type of person to join the armed forces when we're not at war. People that really want a career in the military or have nothing else or nothing left. So they go and join for security, roof over their head, medical, dental, money, it's all covered. But when that all changes and we're being attacked or we're actually being threatened, troops are going overseas, people are possibly dying, they're coming back in coffins, I think that's when it changes. If you look throughout the years, the British Army, yes, it increases, it decreases. I think people were a lot more patriotic back in the day and people would just go and join if there was a good recruitment ad and they were recruiting and they asked for volunteers, even when we weren't at war. The world is different today. There's a lot more jobs going about. It's a lot easier to make money from sitting at home as well. But times are going to change. We've got our own war going on at the minute in the UK. We know that. People are fighting, people are arguing, people are trying to get that British patriotism back, that British pride back. But possibly one day in the near future, I think it's very highly likely, troops are going to be sent abroad. There's a chance that we're going to be attacked or seriously threatened with an attack. High chance as well there's going to be a possible terrorist attack on UK mainland as well. When that time comes, are you going to join? I would like to know. Are we ready to go to war right now? No. Kit and equipment, we're still trying to upgrade it. Funding is still too low. Numbers are definitely too low. But when the time comes, people are going to be called upon. And are you going to join? I'd really love to know your thoughts in the comment section. So please do let us know. I'd be very interested to hear what you've got to say. Thanks for watching and I'll see you soon.